Hello students. So I welcome you all in my lecture videos. So our first topic is light. In this chapter I will discuss reflection, refraction, spherical mirrors of different kinds, refractive index and so on. So let's start with the definition of light. So light is an electromagnetic radiation that travels in a straight line. So I think you know what is the straight line, that you are already familiar in your previous classes. Now electromagnetic radiation is some kind of radiation which doesn't require any material medium for their propagation. Here you can see the entire range of electromagnetic radiation. You have heard those names: radio waves, microwaves, infrared, ultraviolet, X-ray and gamma ray. In optics or in chapter light, we all the time deal with this visible spectrum that our eyes can detect. Now what is reflection of light? By definition, when light falls on a surface and is reflected back into the same medium, we say reflection has taken place. For example, here the water surface is the reflecting surface. Now any ray, that is the mountains or tree, these are all act like an object. So the rays from those objects falling on this reflecting surface and bounce back to the same medium. Refraction of light is when light travels from one medium to another. It bends from its original path. So here is a picture through which we can understand what is refraction. So in this diagram, as you can see, this is the pencil. So when it's just enter the second medium, so here the second medium is the water and the first medium is air. So when it enters from first medium to the second medium, it bends or it just change the original path. So this phenomena is called the refraction of light. Now the law of reflection. The law of reflection says the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. The incident ray, the reflected ray and the normal to the mirror at the point of incident all lie in the same plane. So here is a mirror. Now when some ray of light is allowed to fall on this mirror, so this light will be reflected back to the same medium. Now if I draw a normal which is a perpendicular to the mirror, and this is the angle between the ray which is falling on the mirror, between this ray with the normal and with the normal to the reflected ray. Hence it is the incident ray and this one is the reflected ray. This is the angle of incidence, this is the angle of reflection, and this is the normal. Properties of images formed by a plane mirror. The image formed in a plane mirror is virtual, erect, of the same size as of the object, at the same distance from the mirror as the object is in front of it, and laterally inverted. Here is the object, which is a candle in this picture. So rays are coming from the source and strike the reflecting surface. Once upon striking, it will reflect back, and here the human eye or with the help of any detector we can catch the reflected rays. If you reproduce or if you take this reflected ray back to the mirror, and if you intercept at particular point, then there the image of the object will form. Now from the mirror to the object, the distance is x, which is called the object distance, and here is the image distance. So these two distances are equal. Also we can take this as an example. Here's a mirror, a person is standing in front of the mirror. So many rays are coming out from the person. When light falls on the person, so it will reflect in all directions, out of which for my convenience I have chosen just one ray. Is a red and this is green. Sorry, it is a red and it is a blue. So it doesn't mean that the red or the blue wavelength. It is just for my convenience, just to distinguish that this is coming from the bottom and this is coming from the top. So as you can see here, the rays are striking the reflecting surface, that is the mirror, and returns back. Similar cases here, and if you take those reflected ray back to the mirror, so here you can see the virtual image which is formed here, and the dimension of this image, you see the height of the image and the height of the object, this will be same. Here is the anatomy of the spherical mirror. So let's take the example of concave mirror. On the left it is a concave and on the right is a convex mirror. Here is the reflecting side, which is that any ray of light when strike this surface, it will reflect the light back. Now it is assumed that it is a part of a hollow sphere of glass. Now if it is so, then this makes the center, and this center is called the center of curvature, and this is the pole, and from center to the pole the distance is defined as the radius of curvature, and this axis, as you can see, x and y, this called the principal axis. Now focus of concave mirror and focus of convex mirror. I am not going to read these definitions, just look at the diagram. So parallel rays are coming and it will strike the reflecting surface. After striking, it will reflect it as shown by this arrow, and it will converge at a point, and that point is called the focus. From focus to the pole, the distance is called the focal length. And it is very, very important to know the focal length of any optical device. Actually, the focal length of an optical system is a measure of how strongly the system converges or diverges the light rays. Now the rules for reflection of light through spherical mirror. If the rays are parallel to the principal axis, here this one is the principal axis, so if the rays, incoming rays, are parallel to the principal axis, then they will just pass through the focus. In both the mirror, both the kinds of mirror, you can see the rays are passing through the focus. Now a ray passing through the focus of a concave mirror after reflection will emerge parallel to the principal axis. You see, the rays are, when it enters through or pass through the focus, the reflected ray is this, so this one is parallel to the principal axis. The next case is a ray passing through the center of curvature after reflection is reflected back along the same path. A ray incident obliquely to the principal axis towards the pole of the spherical mirror is reflected back obliquely, as it is shown by the two cases. There is a concave mirror and convex mirror. So for now, up to this, and my next lecture videos will be on this concave mirror. So thanks for watching.